Hello everyone, Silent here. Welcome back to another Bedrock Edition tutorial. In this one, I'll be showing you how to build a very cheap, very simple, and very compact automatic fishing farm. This is not a fully AFK fish farm, however, it is a semi-AFK fish farm, which is very nice, and it does not require any auto clickers either, meaning that you can use this on the Xbox One, the Nintendo Switch, mobile devices, Windows 10, wherever you want to build this fish farm, you can, and that is really lovely. I also have two versions here, a very simple one that you can use an auto clicker with if you want to, and then another one which I would also suggest building because this one is actually much nicer for being a semi-AFK, just kind of randomly clicking every now and again as you're watching a movie or, talking to your friends on Discord or watching some YouTube or whatever you want to do. This farm is definitely the farm for you. So before we really get into things, I know a lot of you are going to be asking, why are you not showing us a fully AFK fishing farm? Why are you wasting my time with this semi-AFK stuff? And the reason for that, if you are not aware, is that Mojang really hates AFK fishing on the Bedrock Edition. They've done pretty much everything in their power to fully remove AFK fishing besides actually removing the fishing rod itself from the game. So anytime that some sort of AFK fishing pops up, literally the next update, it is gone. So again, while this is still in the game and still fully functional, please do share this with your friends or share it around or just leave a like on the video, whatever you want to do to help more people see this, because while it is still functional and still working, people need to be able to see this and build it, otherwise what is the point, right? Anyway, thank you all very much for the support, and let's get into it. So let's quickly check out version 1, and as you can see, this does indeed actually produce you loot. This is actually just from a couple minutes of fishing with a fully maxed out fishing rod, of course. So the way that you use this one is basically just by holding down your fishing rod use button, either right click or one of your triggers or whatever you want to do, and then as soon as you stop hearing this note block in the back is exactly when your bobber will be taken down. So then you just kind of click your fishing rod twice, once to pull it back in and get the loot, and once to recast, and that is all that there is to it. You can also use a, auto clicker with this one to click about once every 1.5 seconds or so, and that would be just fine. But one thing I do want to point out real quick is a minor, or maybe intended feature, but a minor bug, and that is that the fishing bobber will actually stay there for about a minute or so until it despawns, and during that time you can actually still pull back the item and get the experience as well. So there's no need to instantly click as soon as the bobber gets pulled down, which is really convenient. So on to version 2, as you can see, this one does indeed also produce loot, of course, and again, we're just using a plain maxed out fishing rod. So this one is just slightly more expensive, using 2 observers and a sticky piston, which is nothing to really worry about. It also has an on and off switch, and the way that you use this one is that every time there is not a bobber in place, you will actually hear this alarm system. So that basically tells you that, hey, you need to click your fishing rod twice, once to get the loot, once to recast, and then you're good to go. So as you can see, we're now hearing the note block, and we just need to click our fishing rod twice, and it's super easy. This one is pretty much ideal for if you want to go watch a movie and just like randomly click every now and again once you hear those note blocks go into place. And honestly, it's just extremely lazy and extremely convenient fishing, and I love everything about it. So as you can see, this is a very simple and easy to build thing, and if you want to build it, then you're going to need all the materials of my hotbar right here for the version 1, and for the version 2, which is the really nice AFK version, then you're also going to need these 4 additional materials right here, and also, of course, like all the materials of my hotbar. So we're going to start off with version 1, and to build version 2 is just a very simple modification of that one over there. So basically start off with a double chest right here, hopper going into the back right side, a fence post above it, solid block behind that with a pressure plate on top of that fence post. You then want to get yourself a normal piston facing upwards right here with a piece of sand or gravel on top of it. Put your note block behind that, a slab right here beside your pressure plate, and then get yourself another double chest like so. This one is not going to be for storage. Go ahead and place a slab right there, which is going to prevent you from opening that double chest, and then just any old random block right there to prevent the water from flowing out. And finally, you want to get yourself a water bucket, and that space right there, and a piece of redstone dust, just like so. So how you use this farm is basically just go all the way against this chest and aim towards the very bottom right brown part of the note block, and then that is pretty much all there is to it. You can either use an auto clicker with this one, or you can just hold down the button, and whenever you stop hearing that note block, just click and activate your fishing rod twice. So to build version 2, we're just going to modify this one slightly. So just go ahead and replace that sand with any old solid block and make this piston right here face to the side and also be a sticky piston. You then want to go ahead and get yourself 2 observers, just like so, and then basically have them face into each other like so, with a note block right here, and that is pretty much it. Then go ahead and get yourself a lever right here, or on top of this block, as your off switch, and that is pretty much all that there is to the modification. So then to use this farm, it's the same deal. Just kind of aim towards this corner right here, and anytime there is not a bobber sitting on that pressure plate, you will hear that alarm, and that alarm is telling you to activate your fishing rod twice so that you can then get all of your fish. And as you can see, we just caught a lovely little saddle. As a final note to this build, you want to make sure that this chest and this water source has direct sky access going all the way up, otherwise you will not get the 30% bonus to fishing loot when it is raining, so make sure that you got that bonus. So that is pretty much it for this little tutorial. Thank you all very, very much for watching. I do hope that you did enjoy and get a ton of use out of this in your worlds. I'm going to be using this a lot in my upcoming survival series on Bedrock Edition. And again, please do share this video around and leave a like and all the good things, because this is probably going to get broken sometime eventually, and I want to make sure that as many people as possible can get all of the use out of it ever. So thank you again for watching. I'll see you all down in that comment section and in the next video. And then there was silence.